So today we're gonna have a tutorial about the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. So let's just first discuss about the 2 by 2 matrix of how it is structured or it is written. So suppose that we have here a sample 2 by 2 matrix composed of entries 1, 2, and 3, 4. So it is written in A, B, C, D, meaning our A entry is 1, our B entry is 3, our C entry is 2, and our D is 4. According to the rule, the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix is the overall entry divided by the determinant. So how do we get the determinant? First, we have to state the rule that if A, or shall we say AD minus BC is not equal to 0, then probably we can now proceed to the next procedure of the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. So our determinant is actually equivalent to AD minus BC. Substituting the values of A, we have here 1, that's 1, times D, that's 4, minus B, which is 3, and C, which is 2. So our determinant is equal to 4 minus 6, that is negative 2. So after getting the determinant, so which is true that if AD minus BC then not equal to 0, then we can now proceed to the next. So our new matrix now would be written in this way. So the original is A, B, C, D. So A is up above the C and B is over D. So on the inverse, so let's just say this is the inverse. It is a different thing now. Notice that the A and D would be flipped. So meaning this is now the D. So this is the D and this is the A. And here we would retain the position of B and C. But we should take note that this is negative and this is negative. So that's the inverse now. So back to the original matrix. So A and D would be flipped in position. So this is now the on this part is now 4, and on this part is 1. Retain B, which is 3 and 2, 3 and 2, and don't forget the negative and the negative. So as usual, if it is already negative, then negative times negative is positive, as well as this on the position of C, all over by the determinant, which is equal to negative 2. So our inverse now would be equal to 4 divided by negative 2 is, obviously that's negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is positive 1, and negative, then negative, that's positive 3 over 2, then 1, negative, that's negative 1/2. So this is now the inverse of this matrix. So our inverse is now composed of the entries negative 2 and 1 on the first column, and positive 3 over 2 and negative 1/2 on the second column. So if you are wondering if AD minus BC would be equal to 0, let's just say AD minus BC is equal to 0, then I would almost tell you that this is no inverse, meaning the 2 by 2 matrix has no inverse, or in systems of linear equation this is probably no real solutions. So before executing these steps, we must make sure that the determinant would not be equal to 0. If that is equal to 0, then probably our matrix has no inverse. Or if you are tasked to get the x and the y of the linear equation, then probably would say that it has no real solution. So guys, that's it, and this topic would be further discussed on the next tutorial of this series. Thank you and good luck.